Right, this is Tech Rat along with
Joe Stevens
for the Equestria Inquirer and Everfree Radio, and we are here at the main panel stage at BronyCon 2012, and a fire has broken out in the ceiling of the convention hall.
You heard it correct. Normally we are known for our hyperbole, and I would normally say if we were saying that there's a fire at BronyCon, we would probably be wrong. But
yeah.
in factual fact,
this is a literal fire. Can you zoom in on that right now? It looks like one of the fluorescent lights has caught fire. It is raining sparks down on the convention floor. The panel has been completely evacuated at this point. Frankly, we shouldn't be here either, but we're insane.
There's a fire truck on its way, we're told. We will try and stay on as long as we can to get you footage of that fire truck arriving and everything. But basically, when we saw the BronyCon documentary keep filming, we're like, wait, hey, we should film too.
Yeah. If they have the guts to do it, why can't we?
I can smell carbon dioxide, so if I do pass out on camera, I would expect someone to maybe drag me away from it. Oh, I've got a commitment here from a fellow Brony. He's going to drag me out. Thank you, Dan.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He's got my back. He's got my back. And so, as you can see, they've already cut the power, but it is not necessarily a power situation at the moment. It looks like the plastic paneling on the light itself.
The unit itself is currently on fire,
and it looks like the BronyCon people are interviewing some staff members.
Yes.
They're getting some information. And if you can zoom in on that white panel in the middle right there, that is where the Everfree Radio setup is.
So this fire is actually taking place almost directly above the main camera well for the main panel.
So thankfully, we had a lot of equipment set up on there. Thankfully, it looks to be about 10 feet in front of it. And I believe I saw one trick and Final Draft standing in front of it, not 2 feet from where the flames are being licked down. And I'm just glad that they were able to get out of there.
Yes.
Now, we were not currently able to see when this happened, but basically, what was the scene when we arrived here, Aaron, or Tech Rat?
Well, when we were trying to come into the main panel, everybody else was coming in the opposite direction. It was like pushing against a flood. They were just shuffling everybody out to the front doors of the convention hall. We made our way back here. There was nobody else back here except a select few people.
Okay,
right,
we are being told
we have to leave.
Let's keep the camera on if we can and keep moving, because we believe that the fires will be going on. We're going to stay on the air as long as possible, which means that we may have some very bad footage, but we're going to give you footage because this is what it's like to be at BronyCon. This is what, yes. Steve, or LTT Moose, come on here. What is the situation they're being told us right now?
Right now, because of the fire and the lights, we're going to have to move out of the building. Just small fire. They're just going to, extinguish it pretty quickly, and then after that, we'll get everybody back in here.
Okay, we are now outside
in the blistering heat.
In the blistering heat. Now, again, we do watch out now.
Right.
Let's get over here.
Back it up a little bit.
Can we?
If you can turn the camera a little bit this way.
Let's get over here away from the Brony documentary crew.
Yeah.
No, you're good right there. You're good right there.
Okay.
Can you get inside? Can you get inside? You can still see it in there.
Can you zoom in on that?
Okay. Oddly enough, it's like Celestia herself is shining down on us because the sun isn't in perfect location for us to film this right now. Unfortunately, I need a pair of sunglasses. So
and probably about a gallon of water.
Are in the way.
Okay, no, they're fine. Dr. Hooves can take it. Dr. Hooves can go back in time and fix this so we can actually have a convention again. I'm going to put on my sunglasses. Does that help?
No, in fact, probably the lenses will cause it to focus more on your eyes.
I'm actually having trouble focusing on this one. I believe that the glasses are not, in fact, helping.
They're making it worse. You will go blind.
I will go blind. Okay.
Yes.
They might be actually magnifying and hurting my retinas.
Yeah, I believe they are.
At this moment, you can. It looks like
right,
the fire truck and vehicles, emergency vehicles, are going to be coming in through this route. We have an emergency vehicle going to be coming out here. Again, we have no idea when the arrival is. Can we get a quick pan of the surroundings where we are? We've got Bronies here lining up on the loading ramp, along with the BronyCon documentary crew. I believe, in fact, as we were walking here, we met Discord himself, John Delancey, on his way there. I believe that they had to chase out everyone. VIPs and everyone are being escorted out of the building.
That is correct.
And so it looks like we've got some... Okay, we've just
apparently Everfree Radio has recorded when the fire broke out. So
one trick. Come here.
We'll talk to you
You
about
can smoke. It's so fine. There's smoke in the building anyways.
All right, so tell us for a moment here, since you were there when the fire broke out, what exactly happened?
Just lit the plastic on fire and just burned the lens out in it, and some of the lights broke.
Wait, you did it?
No, I didn't do it.
Why would you do that?
Do you realize the impact you had on the convention?
I ruined the fandom.
Oh,
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so basically, the Everfree radio crew was set up and filming, and then all of a sudden, the plastic on one of the lights just set on fire, and so they had to escort everyone out of the building. It looks like
it's burning down a little bit now.
You can see in there the building, or the building is not burning down.
No, I said the fire itself.
The fire is
like
burning itself
out.
Now it is, however, draining liquid plastic.
I don't know if that's hazardous. If the fumes from that could be hazardous.
There was a smell that was noticeable.
Yeah, it was an
which
unusual
is a good
odor.
reason that they escorted Bronies out of the building, if alone for the smell. And I'm hoping we're able to air out the building, and I'm also hoping that the sun is not going to be too terribly bright.
We may have to take off our jackets here, Joe.
Can I deliver my line?
Okay, we've got someone wanting to deliver a line here.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, the pony manatee!
Oh, the pony manatee! It is crazy.
That is the
here.
most appropriate line I've heard today.
Venue is requesting that the film crew stop filming for the moment.
Okay.
Okay, we're being requested to turn off the camera, so we'll be back to you live at BronyCon as soon as possible.
Thank you. It looks like a small fire truck coming up here.
I believe there's larger fire trucks coming up behind.
Larger fire trucks coming up behind. That car will not be helpful. Everybody say thank you to the helpful firemen. Thank you, firemen. Thank you, firemen. BronyCon, burning New Jersey. Jesus Christ.
Move.
Let's get moved. Get moved.
Back it up.
Get out of the way. Out of the way. Back it up.
Back it up.
Onto the curb.
All right, the fire truck has arrived. They're getting their equipment out right now to go
Police are
in
here,
and to
firemen.
extinguish the blaze and make sure everything is safe before everybody is let back into the convention center. If anybody is let back into the convention
We are
center.
hoping-
At this point, we're not sure exactly what is going to
We're
happen.
hoping it will recover.
So that the convention can continue. But at this point, nobody's really sure what is going on. What?
I need to get over here.
Oh.
Get
Can
over
we move that way?
Hold on, scoot.
We should try and interview one of the fire department.
Okay.
I'm not going to interrupt them while they're doing this.
All right, here we go. Okay, looks like we've got the Secaucus Fire Department has
It's already
arrived. They're
out.
on the scene. They're going in there. Looks like we've got the fire chief already up here as well. A police car. We have a ladder truck over here. We have another car over here.
Yes. I've been told that the fire actually is out.
The fire is out.
And right now the fire
Can we zoom
the
in
fire
onto
crew is
there?
going in
I
just to
can't. People are
confirm
in
It's okay.
just to confirm that everything is safe and
Okay,
to
we
make
need-
sure everything is
We are
looking
being
okay.
told we got to move down south.
All right.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Picking up cords.
I got the cords.
Okay, we're gonna stay filming again. So hold it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Lift it up.
One thing I do notice, even from this place, I can still. There is a bit of a smell of burning plastic.
There is a bizarre odor still emanating from the building.
It's still emanating. Okay. And we are now going. It looks like there's an elementary school of some kind out down here.
Or a daycare center, I believe.
And we are, as you can see, the ponies. Let's set up right here if we can. We got the ponies. The bronies are trickling out of the convention center down there.
And they're all gathering over by the daycare center.
And again, we've got the documentary crew, the fire trucks here, and we're waiting on updates on what is happening exactly with the convention. Actually, it looks like, would you mind talking for real quick on what update is on the status?
As near as I can tell, what's happened is one plastic light fixture caught fire on one light, basically directly in front of the sound desk. The plastic part burned away very quietly and calmly. We evacuated everybody from the building. They've called the fire department. The fire department people have gone in and are having a look at it. They're probably going to bring ladders and they are going to clear out all of the remains of the burned light fixture. When we left, it had already pretty much burned itself out. A couple of fluorescent bulbs fell to the floor. I managed to mic one of them for the live stream.
Thank you.
before being asked to leave. And they will sort it out. They probably won't even need to blast chemical extinguishers or anything like that, but they will need, they powered down the lights. So that light has no power now. I saw the power go out on it. And we're basically taking care of that, or they're taking care of that.
What about the odor, that strange odor that was coming out of the building?
Yeah,
Is that something to be concerned of, do you
That
think?
was burning plastic. I watched it burn. So did we all. We watched that burn.
So what do you expect the cleanup process to be? Okay, we're being told we got to move.
All right,
Okay.
we got to move again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's get the cables. Okay, let's go.
All right. Again, we're going to keep recording as long as we can. We're being told that we need to go to the grass.
Oh, watch it. Whoa.
Looks like
let's stop a second. We got our
cameraman
tangled
in the.
Hang on a second. Okay, I got it.
Whoa! Let's not move. Don't move.
Turn around. We have another fire truck coming in right now.
Another fire truck coming in. Another ladder truck. Get out of the fire lane. You're in the fire lane. That's where the fire truck goes. In the fire lane.
I noticed they're also helpfully labeled fire truck 1 and 2.
Yes. Okay, we need to get moving now. We need to get.
They have all the fire trucks.
Okay, well, go ahead for that.
Okay. The reason they have this many fire trucks is this is a big facility. They have to be sure.
Right.
No. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we're gonna
move down a little bit further, I believe.
Okay, we're gonna be moving down. Correct. Let's see if we can get some reaction of the fans.
That's a great idea.
Okay. Let's get over here. We were being told we need to get over here. Okay, there's another fire truck. Fire truck number 2. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We're being lured over.
Over here so that I can easily catch it.
All right.
Yeah, so
we don't want to.
So
we want on the grass.
Who here was in the panel room when the fire broke out? And what was that like when that happened?
It was very interesting. You just saw.
It was terrifying.
It just lit up, and everything just started falling down, and people just made like a big split. And of course, security came, and they tried to control it, but we made this. They had to go in.
All right, we're gonna go.
All right, we're on the grass. Okay, let's see if we can get set up on from this. If we can get it to where we can see the fire truck.
So it took a couple minutes for them that realized that they needed to turn off the lights, and then even then they kept turning off the wrong ones. But eventually, once they did get the lights off, it still kept burning and burning and burning, and so everybody was kind of freaked out, and it was just a big hoorah.
But was anybody like beneath the light when the fire broke out? Do you know if anybody was injured?
There were actually quite a few people who were standing and sitting around there. I'm not quite sure if anybody actually got touched by it, but hopefully if they did, then they were taken care of already.
We went on to clarify that
you're safe and
there
that
have
everyone
been no
is pretty
injuries.
much.
There have been no injuries.
There have been no
we
injuries.
do have an
That's
update from the BronyCon staff themselves. There have been no injuries. There have been no damaged equipment aside from the light itself.
Okay.
And in fact, at least not yet. We have not. And an update from, just so everyone knows, and everyone around me as well, that I've been told by the staff that they don't anticipate any liquid, any treatments to be necessary. However, there is some burning plastic that has fallen to the ground. So that will have to be contained in some way or the other. And I don't know if we're at a bit of a ditch here. So we can't really see what's going. If we can pan over there real quick and see, I believe one fire truck is vacating the premises. We can't really see much. Can we lift up the camera? Okay, we're lifting up the camera now. Yes, you can see in there. I believe. Okay, they finally. Now, one thing that was interesting is we had the BronyCon documentary crew filming this the entire time.
Yes.
So this will be on for good or ill.
At least they've captured the footage for it. Whether it will show up in the final documentary remains to be
I think
seen.
that there was just so much love in that room that we set the room on fire. Is that what happened? I think that's what happened. Can we say what happened again?
I just don't know what went wrong.
I might have been derpy. We blame
This
Derpy.
could be Derpy in disguise, as a matter of fact. Are you Derpy in disguise?
No comment.
That sounds mysterious.
No comment. Do we have
Thank
a
you very
Derpy
much.
to interview here? I don't think we have a
I
Derpy.
actually believe what happened is Sabrina Alberghetti arrived and the whole thing just immediately caught flames.
That might have
That's
been
very possible.
And we do have, actually, I've seen this. There's an individual here that I've been seeing dancing around. In fact, on Friday night, he organized the Smile Song
Oh my.
on Friday night. And show us the hat.
Turn
Show
to
us
the
the
side.
hat.
Show us the cutie mark.
Duct tape.
Even better in the sun.
Very, 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 very clever.
I actually put a lot more effort into my Discord cosplay, but it was just so impossible to move around in. There was no way I was doing that.
Well, we thank you for that because you were able to move around in this and quite well.
I was worried I would catch fire if I wore that today.
Whoa.
Yes, Friday night, a couple of the other people, while I was waiting in line, started singing Smile, Smile, Smile. I absolutely love that song and sing-alongs in general, so I immediately had to go join in. We made a big finish of it, and we were like, well, that was great. Can we do anything else? So we're all standing around outside doing more songs. We get more and more people joining in. We're like, you know what? Half these people keep asking for Smile, not realizing we've already done it. So let's do it again. All of a sudden, we see camera. We're all staring right at the camera, and before we know it, it's heading down the street. There's big finishes. Everyone's like gesturing, grand. It was fantastic, and I actually believe I've seen the other gentleman who was doing it with me if we can get him.
Individual, yeah.
They were asking us about the Smile song that on Friday.
On Day Zero? Yeah, that was...
Was it the BronyCon documentary that was interviewing us?
I think it was Brony Doc that got us for that.
Okay.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you for that. We'll see that in the documentary. I do believe we have an update on the fire. I saw a third truck coming in. I guess, there's not really such thing as overkill when it comes to dangerous situations.
No, it's best to play it safe in these kinds of
It
spaces.
is, however,
yes.
interesting to see that the... okay, we've been told we have 5 minutes left of battery life, or 5 minutes left on the receiving. We have 5 minutes left on memory. Okay, 5 minutes left until he can. Our battery life is dead.
I'll have to switch this out.
Okay. We've been told our quick update on the fire department. They are here. They're taking care of it. We even saw they kicked out the BronyCon documentary crew, which was an update because they had been trying to stay there and filming as long as possible. I do have an update from the Bronies themselves. I believe Billy Joel said it best. We did not start the fire. I don't think it had always been burning since the world's been turning, but we did not start the fire, correct?
That is correct. We did not light it, but we tried to fight it.
Yeah.
And I believe we succeeded as well.
Rock and roll and cola wars, I can't take it anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so again, we're here outside with the Bronies. This might not necessarily be the best place for us to be filming because it seems to be a limited amount of Bronies in this area. I believe that the majority exited through the main entrance.
I believe that is the case. They were funneling everybody out through the dealer's area, out through the front doors.
Okay, and so right now we have some of the Everfree Radio team. Actually, most of the Everfree Radio team made it out through this entrance, and we have Dusty Cat and Living Tombstone
As a matter
chatting.
of fact, Tombstone, you have a moment? This might be a great time.
We were going to do an interview with you anyways. This is a great time, isn't it?
The sun outside. Oh my God.
So tell me, was it your awesome tunes that started the fire in there today?
I'm not really sure what just happened there, but I guess that I was in a closed room when this whole thing happened, so I was kind of overwhelmed by this thing. I guess that I was the part that I was interviewing with the friends that caused the fire, but I'm not really sure about this.
I see.
So we're going to, they're going to see what's going to happen, and they're going to the firemen going to tell me what exactly happened. So if it's not because of the interview, it's going to be all okay.
Okay. So it is possible here that you are liable for this fire today.
We didn't start the fire. That's okay.
We did that joke already, but when it's from you, that's fine.
Has it always been burning since the world's been turning?
It's like, what, sorry?
Has it always been burning since the world's been turning? Billy Joel, I thought that was what you were referencing.
Let's move away from the fire for a minute here because we have some time with you, which is wonderful. We don't want to waste that time.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about
the sun and everything. So that's
exactly.
We need to move around. Okay, the sun's directly overhead because it is
So
noon.
let's talk for a moment now. Is this your first?
Now?
No. Yeah, if you like.
No, I'm fine.
No, we're fine. We're fine. So, is this your first Brony convention, or have you been to conventions before?
It is actually my first Brony convention I've ever been to. Because from where I am in Israel, there aren't really like Brony conventions at all. I mean, there are Bronies that I know here and there, but it's really hard to manage something like that, like a meetup. And even then, that was really cluttered. Like, not everybody came to the meetup and everything. I didn't know when it was going to happen and everything. So that's really hard to manage. But there are Bronies in Israel because I know some here and there. But for me, it's like the first time that I've been to a Brony convention, or I've been to any convention that was big as this.
And how has your experience been at the convention so far? Because I saw that there were a lot of interesting things that happened to you, especially Brony Palooza, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But so far, generally, how has been the experience?
The experience was really overwhelming, and I'm very thankful for like everyone to approach me and ask me photograph or pictures of whatever. It was such an overwhelming experience, and I especially I loved everyone on in the con itself. It was. I can't imagine just because of the show, because of the friendship thing, that everybody's going to be nice, but no one that I've approached it was mean or anything. Everybody was just nice. Everybody in the con was awesome, and it was awesome to meet everybody.
That's great. And I do want to talk about Brony Palooza as well, because something very amazing happened there that night. Not only did we get a live performance of Discord by this man right here, but Discord himself approached you as soon as the song was over, and I want to know, what was your experience? How did you react to that?
Oh, okay. It's not this microphone.
We're doing it back and forth. You go ahead.
You're going to confuse me now. Okay, it's completely fine. So it was amazing to have to do this performance and everything. I planned this for a long time. It's only I remember already from John Delancey and Terrence Strong, they're going to appear on stage, but I didn't believe they would do that because again they are busy and everything, but actually did, and that was amazing just to like have this performance. It's also my first performance I ever did.
Was that your first live performance of any of your songs?
Yeah, it is, and
it was fantastic, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And
so much fun.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows you're of course a very famous musician in the community. What songs did you perform live, and are those your most famous songs?
The songs that I performed with basically
live last night, yeah.
Most of them were songs that I did and did not. So what I did, like for example, in the first track, what I did was. I basically took most of the songs that I really like to work with and everything. I re-edited them and make this the entire set very, very different than what most people would do, which is basically just playing the song live and that's it. So yeah, this was first of all, yeah, I did want to put some discords and stuff like that, but I was really happy to work with Abi Brony rapper, who's not known at all, and I gave him the opportunity to appear live with me on stage and give him the opportunity to rap live, and it was thanking me so much, and I want to thank him back so much for appearing live with me.
And he did a wonderful job as well last night at BronyPalooza.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Now, what is it like being a big musician in the Brony community? Were you involved in other musician communities before, and what makes this one special?
I've been to, like being a big Brony musician, it's kind of like a new thing for me, but then again, like I've been to other communities where I did some music background too, like I did music for mods and stuff like that, like Nightmare House too, and I did some like soundtracks for here, there, and there. So making music for me is not a new thing at all. But being in this community is different because I never experienced like this response from so many people and all the time all this feedback. And it's crazy to have this thing because I don't know like how when in the future I will ever have this experience again to have all these fans and everybody just loving what I do and everything. So being in a community like this has not only support from my fans but other musicians. Like working with other musicians in other communities don't always end up well because they always have a different idea of what they have in mind. But since ponies are involved and it's much more general subject, and it's much easier to just latch onto and give some idea because everybody agrees on whatever opinion was it. So that's amazing, like to be in a community like this and have this once in a lifetime opportunity to be in something like that.
Well, I hope it's not once in a lifetime. You're such a wonderful musician. Do you imagine yourself continuing with music? I'm sure that we all are hoping that the My Little Pony franchise and Bronydom continues.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, where do you see your music going and taking you?
Whatever it leads me. Right now, I'm just focusing on the present and enjoying whatever there is already right now because it's so much awesome. But in the future, if I do have plans or something like that, I'm just whatever it leads me, really. I just go with it. If it's not going to, like, if I'm not going to be SMS in the future, something like that, I don't care. I just make music for like commercials as I always did because I always been doing this kind of stuff professionally. But if it does continue on and I do get somewhere, then I won't forget it all, the Once Pony community, and I'll still keep making pony songs because it's so much fun. Like taking a character and applying some idea to it, it's so much fun.
Right. And do you have any upcoming projects or any upcoming songs that you're working on that maybe you could give us a little bit of a tease about?
Oh yeah, right now I'm working on the remix album. After BronyCon, for BronyCon I was really stressed out about this thing, so now it's done and I finished what I had to do. So after BronyCon, after I return home, I begin working on the remix album. It will be posted on Every Radio constantly about this thing. We're going to have some interviews and everything. I'm going to have a lot of help from these guys and you guys probably. We'll see about this thing. But basically we'll just we'll basically just work on.
It's very hot out here.
Yeah.
I think we're sweating.
I'm melting.
Yeah, no. The living Tombstone is gonna have to go back into his grave in a minute and get some cold out.
Tombstone is gonna be literal in a moment here, I think.
So basically, like right now I'm working on the remix album, which is an album full of 15 remixes on songs that were done by other pony musicians like Wooden Toaster, Mike the Microphone, Jackalap, Aviators, and Dean Olive, and many others that I know that I asked them for permission to use their vocal tracks and just make a remix with them so I can sell it. So basically the album will be sold for $5. I already have the the artwork cover done by Pixel Kitties and Tanks. Both of them are really talented artists that I really enjoyed what they did for my cover artwork. So hopefully I will finish with this by the end of next month. So besides that, there's like collabs I've been doing with other musicians, like with an Israeli producer that I can't wait to release a song within the next 2 weeks. I'll collab with Euphoria and Angel Shide that we're going to collab on a song together. Probably only many ideas coming in the works, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to release them.
It sounds very, very exciting.
It's gonna be so much
We
fun.
love your work. We're excited to see you here, and that Discord moment. The song was just wonderful. Everybody loves that song, I'm sure. But I
think that moment's going to go down in Brony history.
I think that that's probably the moment that I think that it was interesting. I think someone said last night that concert. We turned a corner as a community in the Brony. I think that changed us. What are your thoughts on where you see the community moving forward after such a collaborative event with John Delancey, Tara Strong, and the writers all recording? Excuse me.
All right, no problem.
We're almost done here in a second.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess that what happened just now, because of how quickly the fandom has grown and everything, I'm pretty sure that as time moves on, I guess that this community is becoming like what happens with the Star Trek community, that it became small because everybody loves the show, and slowly it became grown, and it became something like a phenomenon, like a cultural sign, basically. So I'm not going to be surprised.
Cultural signpost, maybe.
Something like that. No, what I'm saying is like it's going to be a cultural reference, like in the future. Like you'll see, like maybe in the future there's going to be like movies referencing My Little Pony or something like cool, like in a TV series or something like that, because people were so connected to this thing. So My Little Pony, the fandom is not going to be, over at all. Like it's going to be continuing on. More stuff will be happening. Pretty sure that they're going to continue with the series for a long time.
Wonderful.
We certainly hope so.
Thank you for taking time to sweat with us out here, Mr. Tombstone.
We should probably go get in the shade before we all become tombstones.
Okay.
So again, thank you so much. We love your work, and please continue to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we do have an update, the fire truck. And I think we have
looks like the fire
Applejacks
trucks
over here.
have
What is the
cleared out.
update on the situation here?
Okay, well, fire truck is just leaving, which means they've gone through the place and looked to find out whether there was anything else on fire or anything else going on. Like I said, that's why there were multiple fire trucks here. This is such a big place, they had to be ready in case there was something going on.
So it was a code that they had to release so many trucks?
Presumably. I mean, it seems pretty logical to me that with this big of a place, if there's a sign of a fire, they have to be sure that they're able to handle it if there's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, so it was a precaution, not necessarily a necessity.
I would say it was a precaution, yes, because I was there and saw the one light fixture that went, and it was a pretty calm thing. It's just you can't have it be completely calm when there's a building this size with thousands of people in it.
Is there an update on when they're going to clear it to allow the BronyCon to continue?
Beats the heck out of me. I have absolutely no idea.
But have all firemen been left the premises?
The ones that I saw have left the premises.
Okay, so we are giving an update.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Applejacks. We appreciate all your updates, and let us know if we can have any updates in the future.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
BronyPalooza.
What we're seeing. So. We're still waiting on an update. Again, we just got an update that the fire trucks have been cleared out. The firemen are gone. We have no idea what update is on when they're going to allow us back in. However, we do know that the danger has passed. There's not been any problems. The fire has not spread. It was contained within. It was allowed to burn out. And real quick, if you can come back in for a second, did the fire crew have to do any containment measures, or did they just simply allow it to burn itself out?
As near as I can tell, they allowed it to burn itself out. There was one light fixture in which the plastic had caught fire. When we evacuated the building, it was almost all gone anyhow. There were no further electrical sparks or anything. In fact, they had been able to cut the power. So it was just being sure, being careful about what happened.
And any word on what they're going to do to possibly get that plastic that has now fallen to the ground? Is that going to be removed?
I think a push broom would be useful to them, and that's probably all they're going to need.
That's probably all would be necessary.
Okay.
All right.
I'm wondering now, the reason I was talking to that fellow was because somebody over here was involved in a very dramatic thing during BronyPalooza. It's an overhaul.
Oh, yes, the laser
right.
situation. Tell us about that circumstance.
Here's what happened. Overhaul was...
Dusty Cat.
Yeah. This fellow there, who is also the manliest brony in the world.
The manliest brony.
He was over on stage by where the laser was. This was during the DJ set, and all of the DJs were jumping up and down. And as they were jumping up and down, the stage was shaking. And as the stage was shaking, the laser, the high-power laser, was shifting off of its table and fell down. He looked up, saw it, and caught it as it fell. Now, it was still on, so it was a blinding risk. Laser Pony, the one who owns the laser, was there and went like that over the aperture of the laser, covering it with his hand. Two bronies, reacting like a flash to save the laser and to save people on the stage and anybody from blinding risk.
Wonderful act of heroism.
They both did that as it happened.
And so, Dusty,
that's absolutely amazing.
We were just being told again by Applejacks of your act.
We were
what you did last
praising you
night.
for your heroism once again.
Can you walk us through what happened?
Okay, walk us through what happened. So, the man, the myth, the legend, over there, Mr. Israeli Dubstep.
We just talked with Tombstone. Yes.
Tombstone, yes. He's going off, and they're playing really great music, and all of a sudden, all these kids get up on stage and they start bouncing, and the stage is doing this. Okay, about 2 feet. Or seems like it anyway. I'm standing on the edge of the stage with my glasses on, and I'm rocking out, and I'm having a good time.
With your sunglasses?
With my sunglasses on. Of course, sunglasses at night.
How could you see?
I'm the manliest brony. I see, okay?
Okay.
So all of a sudden, I'm thinking, I'm right next to the laser. I wonder, and I look up, and the laser is coming at my head. It fell off the stage. So as soon as it hits, bang, I grab it in a big old bear hug. And Laser Pone 3 finally hears it, looks over, sees I have this laser in my arms, and goes, "Laser!" and puts his hand over the optics. Because his lasers aren't nothing to play with. They will burn out eyeballs. So, and then he shuts it down with his other hand, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I went, well, that was lucky. And he said, uh-huh. So he takes it out and takes it apart and makes sure the optics were fine, thank God. But, yeah, it was one of those things where I'm really glad I had my sunglasses on, because if I didn't, it could have ended up a little bit differently.
Well, again, we just had a report for the BronyCon crew. Thank you personally for that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Overhaul, for.
And so I think that fellow bronies who now have the use of their eyeballs are thanking you as well.
Eyeballs, yes.
And once again, you have proved to everyone that you truly are the manliest brony in the world.
Just another one of the things I can put on my list.
You can add it to your list.
If only that had happened before your mustache had gone on for sale, because then that would have easily doubled the value of it.
I think his essence has already transferred to the clippings and made them even more manly.
So the proud owner of your mustache hair.
Owner of my mustache trimmings, which paid $115 for that, by the way.
Wonderful, wonderful.
For charity,
for child's play.
Yes, for child's play. And I signed a little bottle for him. I said, here, just they aren't testing that in the pro leagues yet, but just make sure you use that with the best of intentions, not for evil purposes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I believe we're being told by the crew here.
Staff goes in first. So I believe that means we're going to be going back into the building momentarily.
They just told us staff goes in first, then the vendors are going in, and then the rest of everybody else will be able to follow.
So we are funneling people in
So I
soon.
think we're going to be taking the camera.
Staff should be going in shortly, and then.
Oh, shortly. Okay, so shortly we're going to be going back into the building.
Shortly.
I wanted to give you a wristband.
Oh, I get a wristband.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Information is on there.
Terrific.
You can have a Twilightlicious. You want,
Oh,
you want
I love
to-
Twilightlicious. Oh.
You want Twilight?
I'll take a Twilightlicious. I'm feeling Twilightlicious today.
There you go.
I'm going to put this on right now.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks so much for watching. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
There you go.
And so, are you a vendor here?
Yeah, I'm a vendor here, and I sell Brony wristbands.
Okay.
I've been doing it since August.
Terrific. What all have you sold so far? Have you sold pretty much everything?
Yeah, almost everything. I would be done if it wasn't for the fire. So I plan on selling out before the end.
You're going to go in and sell out.
Definitely.
Okay, so they're letting in staff first, and then you and vendors will be let in.
Yes. We're next, and then we'll get back to selling.
And what is your name and what is your store?
Brony United. My actual name is Gabriel Garland, and I sell Brony wristbands. And on the site, I post like funny pictures of the My Little Pony universe, like the memes and the silliness that is My Little Pony.
Wonderful. And where can people who want to buy wristbands like these, Brony and Twilightlicious, where can they find these?
You can buy them, well, if you're at BronyCon, you can buy them here.
Yeah, wonderful.
And online at broniesunited.com or broniesunited.tumblr.com.
Okay.
And I have a big cartel there, and I'm selling them. Yep. It's a little more
wonderful.
expensive than if you just buy them here.
All right. If I make just a small suggestion in the future, make these bags easier to open.
Yeah, okay.
I can't get this.
I came right out.
Just to tell you, these bags came out wrong for some reason.
Oh, they did?
They correct
Oh,
bags.
you got it. Oh, you
Yeah.
gave me a defective one.
No.
You gave me a defective
the
one.
wristband's fine. The bag is horrible.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look
the
at
wristband
that.
is
I have
perfectly
no idea
fine.
what happened.
Oh, thank you so
Rocking
much, man.
this.
That's very kind of you. Let me go ahead and put this on here so I can feel Twilight Licious.
Can I get a picture?
Sure.
Wait, hang on a second.
All right, Moose, you want to take a picture?
We got Twilight Licious wristband on here.
Take a picture of my phone.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna look very short in your photo.
Hey, we'll get down.
I'll get down.
All
right.
See. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
What's going online?
We're having a new episode premiere on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
And so we're probably going to put all this together, including our interviews and everything. And so everyone watch the Equestria Inquirer on Everfree Radio. This week, this will be all up there on the upcoming Wednesday.
This is going to be a darn long episode, too, I think.
Very long
I hope you
episode.
guys have about 2 hours to kill on Wednesday night, because that's probably how long our episode is going to be.
7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern.
On Everfree Radio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so I believe we're going to be let into the building again momentarily here. They did say that the staff will be let back into the building first, which
Let's
includes
get Moose
us.
over here. Moose, do we have any updates?
No.
Just come over here anyways and say we don't have any updates.
There are no updates that you don't already know about.
Thank you, Moose, for that update. The update on the lack of updates.
I feel so short right now. I need to get up on the hill with you.
That there has been no update on the lack of updates. That is an update again. So we have to go deeper with more updates.
It's updateception.
Updateception, indeed. All right. So again, it looks like we will be going in there shortly. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this outdoor session. So anyone in this general vicinity, wave hi to the camera and from
Hand that around.
BronyCon on fire, yeah! All right, again, this is Joe Stevens.
And Tech Rat.
For the Equestria Inquirer and Everfree Radio. We'll be back online inside.
2, 1.
We are here at BronyCon.
So we're here right now outside of the convention center at BronyCon 2012. I am Tech Rat.
And I'm Joe Stevens.
And we're here with the Equestria Inquirer and Everfree Radio. This is the aftermath of the small fire that occurred just a little while ago in the main panel stage. It was a small plastic fire on one of the fluorescent lights, which I believe is now extinguished.
It burnt itself out. The fire crew did not have to do anything. It was completely safe, but they evacuated the building as a precautionary measure. And as you can see, if we can pan around here, all the bronies are now occupying the floor. In fact,
everybody's waiting to go back into the building.
We can actually look at the truck real quick. There's it's advertising the panels that are still to come, because they will continue very shortly. The big red truck. And it looks like they're still advertising events. And of course, if you can look down that way, there's the bronies all over the community. They're singing over there. I believe they were singing Giggle at the Ghosties.
I believe they were.
Now, TechRat, is Giggle at the Ghosties statistically proven to be effective against fire?
Unfortunately, I do not believe that is the case.
I think that this one instance, we can say that it was effective against fire, though.
Were they singing it as the fire was going out, however?
We have not heard if they were singing it as the fire happened.
I do not believe the song works retroactively.
Oh, okay. That's the problem with singing. You have to sing it at the time. And so we would be loving to get you some information from the crowd. Let's make sure we get our cables out of the way from people walking in and out. We've got vendors are walking in. Yay, vendors coming back in. All right.
So they are letting people back into the convention center slowly. The vendors are going first. I believe that staff are already inside the building. And right now we're just waiting for the okay for the rest of us to enter the building.
We've not been told when press will be allowed to be in, but rest assured, the moment we're allowed to be brought back in, we will be broadcasting from there once more. And again, we are TechRat and Joe Stevens with the Equestria Inquirer and Everfree Radio outside BronyCon. And actually, this is probably the first time we've actually seen the exterior
I don't know if you
BronyCon
can pan up
itself.
and see this. If you can see the BronyCon banner going across the main entranceway. It looks like they're planning
they're going to be announcing.
They're planning to let people back into the convention center, and this could be unmitigated chaos.
All right. It looks like we are told that this individual with the microphone is saying, "Do not approach the convention center until instructed by him." So we need to move
to the other side of the street. We're being told.
We're being told no. We're good. The bronies over here need to be told to. They need to go on the other side of the street.
Everybody else needs to move.
We've got
everybody's lined up behind us.
Everybody's lining up behind us. We are acting as an unfortunate head of the line, but we are not moving from this spot.
I fear for my life right now, Joe, for this deluge of people.
I believe. Okay, we're going to stay on as long as possible. We might get trampled to death, but
that would make excellent television.
It has been an honor working with you, Tech.
It has been, Joe. It has been.
So we will stay online. If we get flooded, watch out for the flowers. You're standing in a flower bed.
I'm pretending to be discorded Fluttershy.
Oh, okay. No, you're discorded Fluttershy is stamping on the flowers, and so we can actually step back a little bit from the camera.
Okay, let's do that.
We don't have to be so tight. We've got these nice microphones. We don't have to be so close to it.
Yeah.
But again, you can see the excitement of all the bronies eagerly anticipating heading back into the convention hall. At the slightest moment that they were told that they could maybe come inside, they did in fact try to swarm the convention. Thankfully, the crew was able to hold them off, tide the flood. But we are wondering when the signal is going to be made for them to be brought back in, which could happen any moment.
Yes, and I believe that's when everything will end.
Everything will end. Yes. Now, what is the time that we have right now? I'm checking my watch. It is currently 11:51. That means it's almost lunchtime. And what does the weather update say? I
have no idea what that meant. That was way too many fingers.
I think my phone is telling me that it's 86 degrees, but I don't think that is correct.
I believe it's a little bit hotter than that.
A little bit higher than the 80s.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And they're currently trying to keep bronies out of the street because this is unfortunately. I guess we have some suicidal bronies. We want to keep them out of the street.
They should definitely smile more.
There's a physical press to keep bronies on the curb, on the sidewalk.
Well, why don't you pan over again and just look at this crowd here? Everybody waiting in anticipation to get back into the convention center.
And we would instruct them to wave or something, but I'm pretty sure. There we go. We've got some waving.
Yeah, we've got some wavers. Wave,
okay, we've got
guys.
an announcement
Don't
coming.
scream. Shh. But wave. Waving is good. Waving is good. There we go.
Here they come.
All right,
here they comes.
Hold me, Joe. Hold me, Joe.
They're coming in. They're coming in. They're swarming. All the bronies, run, bronies.
Stay away.
Enjoy BronyCon. Have fun at BronyCon. All the ponies. Walking. We're walking. Brohoof. We're watching the flood of bronies as they're coming through. They're going up the ramps, up the stairs, over everywhere.
All right.
We've got bronies with pens, bronies with costumes, bronies in cosplay probably hating the fact that they put those on.
Bronies everywhere, bronies swarming, bronies in your mind.
Sweating so much.
Bronies everywhere.
Look at the guy with the Pinkie Pie hat. I'm pretty sure his head must be sweating like crazy.
I can't even imagine.
I had to take off my jacket. I'm sweating like crazy.
Okay.
So I think we're going to wrap it up here a second. We're going to come back from the convention floor.